Hi, this is Lisa Loves to Crochet and Knit. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this googly-eyed stress fish. And he's got a little stress squeeze ball that pops out of his mouth. So, and there's his fins, his back fin, his googly eyes, his other side fin, and you just squeeze. Okay, so what you're going to need is a pair of googly eyes. And I'm going to do purple. And I purchased these off Amazon. And then you're going to need a pair of scissors, a crochet hook a size H, and another crochet hook a size G, tapestry needle, and then of course the stress ball. And they come in packages like this. And this is the box. This is the box that it came in. And it basically calls them 20-piece mini stress ball. And it says bags S stuffer classroom size prize. So I purchased them off Amazon. They're mini stress balls. So you can get different colors. There's a variety of colors in the box. So whatever color you want. So I think we're gonna just mix it up here. We're gonna do red. And so you're gonna want to cut open the bag. And it is pretty sticky. Mine won't stay off. My girls like to throw them up on my ceiling, and they actually won't come off unless you actually get a broom or something to knock them off. But anyway, what you're going to need is some yarn, and we're going to make a red one. So you're going to want to start with a magic loop. And I take my H crochet hook and move this up to the side. And I chain one. Here. There we go. Chain one. And then I'm going to put 8 half double crochets in that magic loop. Gotta move this so I can. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll come back when I have my 8. Okay, so now I'm gonna tighten this magic loop, and then I'm gonna slip stitch to the beginning, and I'm gonna chain 1, and then I'm gonna stop right here, and I'm going to tighten this as tight as I can without breaking the yarn. And then I'm going to make a knot and knot this and weave in my ends right now. Okay, so that's my first round. And then in my second round, I've already chained 1 for this one. So my round 2, I'm going to put 1 half double crochet in that same space. So it's the same one at the chain space. Why am I? And then I'm going to put 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. So I'm going to complete this round and I'm going to come back. So this is what it's looking at right now. You're just going to do 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. Okay, so I've put 2 half double crochets in each stitch around, and I've completed that round, and I've only put 16 stitches. And then I'm going to slip stitch to the beginning. So there's my slip stitch, and it kind of looks like he's coming around. And then I'm going to chain 1. And then this round I'm going to put 1 half double crochet in that first stitch. And then I'm going to put 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then in this next stitch I'm going to put 2 half double crochets. So I'm going to repeat that around and put 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then I'm going to put 2 half double crochets in the following one. So let me show you one more time. 1 half double crochet in that stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next, 2 half double crochets in the next. So I'm going to repeat that around, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I have 20 stitches on my round, and I'm going to slip stitch to the beginning, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to put 1 half double crochet in every stitch around. So, and that includes that first stitch. I'm going to put 1 half double crochet in it, and then 1 in each stitch around. So this one's super easy to follow. So I'm just going to continue putting 1 half double crochet in every stitch. Okay, so I've just put 1 half double crochet in all the stitches around, and I'm going to slip stitch to the beginning. I still have 20 stitches. So there's my slip stitch, chain 1, and then this is row 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is row 5. So I'm going to put 1 half double crochet in that same stitch, if I can do that. So, and then I'm going to kind of make it go to the middle. So this is the bottom where I want underneath. So I'm just going to crochet to here. You can see that. So I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches, and then I'll leave the top few unworked yet. So I'm just going to put 1 half double crochet in the next 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and so there's a total of 5. So you can see that this is the bottom, and then this is where the top is going to be. And so I'm going to want to put the googly eyes here. So let's do blue eyes. So this is where it's going to get kind of tricky. It's so hard, there's gaps. So I start with the same stitch where I just came out of, and I wrap the yarn around like I'm going to do a half double crochet, and I do it in the googly eyes and up, and then I'm going to wrap it into the next one too. So I'm doing a decrease, a half double crochet decrease, so that it fills that gap. Do you see that? It kind of like fills in this gap right here by doing that. And then I'm going to do, let me follow my directions here. I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in each of the stitches, and I think what's gonna look like 5 stitches is gonna end up being like 3 ones that are wrapped around here, and I'll show you because you're gonna do a decrease there as well. So there's my decrease. So that's 1 stitch, and then there's 1, 2, and then I'm going to do another one here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to do a half double crochet decrease, and this one's going to go, it's confusing, I know. So this one's going to go around the googly eyes, and in the next stitch on that side. So you can see it's still in that same stitch where you just came out of. And then I'm going to go into this next stitch where there's nothing. So I'm going in the first part of the decrease is in the stitch before. And then I'm going in the next one. So this is my decrease right here. These 2 stitches are together. If you can see that. So this is a decrease, and this is 1, 2, 3 stitches, and then these 2 are a decrease. And so it fills that gap around the googly eyes. And then I'm just going to put 1/2 double crochets in every stitch around. I know it's kind of confusing, but I did them to fill the gap. And I know there's other ways to do things, so don't worry if you want to find your own way. We're okay. All right. So that leaves you with 18 half double crochets, because remember you did 2 decreases. So, and then it's good for you to test the ball to see if it can go in there, and I think it can go in there just fine. So I usually try to leave it in. So this way, when you close this stitch, it's easier to have the ball in there already. And so I just close it with a slip stitch, just like I normally would any other row, and chain 1. And it may seem a little big, but trust the process, and I will show you why I have it this way. So that is the end of row 5, or round 5. And so now we're going to do row 6. And this one, I already chained 1, and I'm going to do a half double crochet decrease in every stitch around. But you got to be careful not to hit that ball on the inside. So sometimes your yarn catches, so just kind of work it as you go. And so just be careful not to hit this ball, because you don't want it to pop. So when I'm done, I'm just going to do a half double crochet decrease. So I'm going to do the next one, another decrease, and I'm just going to do that all the way around. Okay? And then make sure when you have your ball in here that this hard part is towards the back. And then so it squeezes out the soft part through the front. So let me come back when I'm done doing the decreases around. So I have 10 stitches around. And I'm going to slip stitch to the beginning. And that's with me doing half double crochet decreases all the way around. And so I slip stitch to the beginning, and I chained 1. And I still feel like the opening is too big. So row 7, or round 7, I do a half double crochet decrease. There, I missed that. And then I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. I don't want to make this too small, so oops, I do 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then I do another decrease, and I repeat that pattern all the way around. Where was I here? So there's my decrease. So 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, and then 1 half double crochet decrease. And then I'm going to do 1 half double crochet, and 1 half double crochet, and then I'm going to do another decrease. Now you're going to think this is huge because you're not going to see that ball, but I'm going to show you what's going to happen. So this is a decrease. And then I'm going to slip stitch to the beginning. And it's just a finger's width. So then I'm going to, so you can count them. So this is where I'm going to slip stitch to, this stitch here. And so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll have 7 stitches left. So it'll be big enough and I'm going to slip stitch to the beginning, chain 1, and I'm going to cut that working yarn. And then you're going to want to weave in that end, and you can see it leaves that opening, and you might say like, well, it's too, it won't come out. It will, I promise. So I'm going to weave in my end here, and I'm going to come back. Okay? Okay, so you kind of gotta, this is how I do the tail. So I flatten the back, and it pushes that ball to the front, and you can see it's right there. And then you can squeeze it out. Okay, so what I do, because I want to make fins for my fish, is I take my crochet hook and I make a slip knot on my crochet hook, and I flatten that back so it's going flat up and down, so you can see that. And then I have a slip knot on my crochet hook, and I'm just going to do a single crochet around there. You could do a half double crochet, and then I'm going to go in that same stitch as the next one here, and it goes through to the other side, so you're going through that same stitch. And what I do is I pull up another stitch, and I go in the next stitch, and I do the same, and then the next I do the same. So there, and you can double these up and make the fin wider like I did here, or you can just do one in each of those, and then when you get to this row you'll just double them up. So it depends on how wide you want that last fin. If you want it little, if you want it big, you decide. And then I chain 1, and I turn my work, and then now you can see I did a double crochet on those. And so this first fin, you got to chain 2, I'm sorry, and then I'm gonna put 3 double crochets in that same first stitch. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. I count that chain 2 as a double crochet. And then I do 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Now if you want it to come curling this way, add another double crochet into your mix. Whoops, I'm sorry. 2 in that stitch, and then 2 in the next stitch. So there is my fin developing, and then this one's the last one, and you're going to put 3 double crochets in it. So there's 3, there's 2, 2, and then there's 3. And so you can make it wider if you want, add another double crochet to the mix, or add more in here. You can change it up. So I'm going to cut my working yarn, pull that through after I chained 1 and make that a knot, and then I have 2 ends to weave in. But there's my back fin. It's not as wide as the green one, but that's because I doubled up here. So you can make it your own. So then I take some red yarn and I cut a length of it, not a long one, but enough to sew, and I weave my tapestry needle. And now this time I go up and I flatten how close I want that ball to set up there. You could put the row here if you wanted to, if you didn't think it was enough space for that ball, or you can go up here. And so what I do is I just continue to flatten it, and I'm going to make a little line going through both sides so it holds that fabric together. So I just pull up a length. I'll leave a section so I can weave in later, and I'm just going to insert my tapestry needle, and I'm going to go into the other side of that same row, and I'm just going to sew it back and forth. So you have a little line going down both sides. So I just continue to weave in my back and forth, and you're gonna slide behind by that ball, so be careful with your tapestry needle. So kind of gently go behind it. Okay, and then when I get done with this, I'll show you what I do next. Okay, so you can see your fish is coming to life. He's kind of flat. He looks like a fish, shaped like a fish. And when you squeeze him, he pops out. Okay, so now you're going to do the fin on the side. And you're going to take your smaller crochet hook, and then I take a slip knot, and I tighten on my crochet hook. And then what I do is I count, after the eyes, I count 1, 2, and then, so it depends on how far you want it down. So there's 2 here in the space, and so this is the one I want to go into. So I'm going to want to use this one, and this one. So, and I want to go from front to back. So kind of got to save my spot, and I kind of got to be gentle because I don't want to hit that ball in there. So remember, I don't want to go in this one and this one. I want to go in like these 3, as close as I can get it. And so I'm just going to single crochet around my tail and in that one stitch. You can see that. And then in the next stitch, I'm going to go in the first 2 parts of that stitch as well. And be careful not to hit that ball. And I'm going to do a single crochet. And the same with that next one. So it's not this one, it's going to be this one. And I'm just going to single crochet. I'm going to chain 2. Going to turn my work, and then I'm going to put 2 half double crochets in that first stitch. So I'm going to count that one as 1. I'm going to have a total of 3, I'm sorry. So it makes a fin. And the next one I'm going to put 2 half double crochets in. Whoops. And then the last one here, I'm going to put 3 half double crochet, or 3 double crochets. Been doing double crochets all along. I don't know what I said now. So there's 1, here's 2, and here's 3. And then I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to cut my working yarn. So there is my one fin. I gotta weave in my ends, but let's do the other fin now. So remember, I just went 2 down. So now this side, I'm gonna do the same thing. And I'm just gonna make a slip knot on my crochet hook. And so I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna count 1, 2, and I'm gonna go into this third one. And so I want to go into that one, I want to go into that one, and I want to go into this one here. So this is where I'm going to start. And remember, I'm going to start, oops, the other way around, because I want my fins to be on top. So I'm going to get those 2 stitches like that, and I'm going to weave over my ends, and I'm just going to attach with a single crochet. And in the next stitch I'm going to do the same thing just like I did on the other side, making sure to watch that I'm not going in any higher and I'm staying where I need to stay, and being careful not to hit that squeeze ball because you don't want to damage it. And then, so there's my 2, so I'm going to go into this one. See, I'm pushing on it, you can see. Okay. There's my 3, and I'm going to chain 2, turn my work, and you can see where I'm going to go. So now I'm going to put 3 double crochet, and that includes the chain 2. So there's 2, and then here's 3. And then the next one I'm going to put 2 double crochets. I'm sorry, I'm still doing doubles. And then the last one I'm going to do 3. Oops. So there's 2, and here's 3. Chain 1, cut my working yarn, and then I'll come back. So there you have it, your little stress ball fish with googly eyes. So like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.